just the other day, yesterday, I think I listened to him talking to Tommy McMurtry, who I met at the debate. He was cordial, and he's been cordial. I'm going to go on his channel soon.
Wow.
And have a conversation. Yeah.
You're brave.
But Tommy's given me reason to trust him. He really has.
Good. Want to thank Pastor Tommy McMurtry for coming on the podcast. It was a good conversation, guys. I really enjoyed it. He's a nice guy, very well spoken. There was a lot of things he said that we disagree with.
Yeah, it was a great conversation, and honestly had my trepidations about, man, this guy used to be formerly associated with Steven Anderson, but he's clearly nowhere near that vein in the way he talks about people, the way that he socializes, the way that he interacts even with us, like simply coming on our podcast, right? I didn't know what to expect there. We're going to get a little more hostility. Man, it was great. It was great. He's a stand-up guy. I got nothing bad to say about him. I mean, obviously, we don't need to go over doctrinally. We're
Right.
also very different. Aside from those things that we clearly see differently on as a human being, it was a wonderful conversation, and I consider him a brother in Christ for sure. I think he's doing his work to punch holes in the dark. It's awesome.
Not everything in the IFB is just terrible and it's horrible, and like you say, we're all
Exactly.
we're better. And I think Tommy, it's a good example of those good, I guess we can say good IFB, even though we disagree with IFB positions. But
I felt the way that he represented them was great, and also the way that he's talked about the way that he's interacted with those people has been great. And he keeps the personal side out of it. Don't just say, well, this person's a scumbag, so this is why I oppose what they're saying. That's ad hominem argumentation. It doesn't work, and it's character slandering. And Tommy stayed far away from that, and it seems like he doesn't really engage in that behavior. So kudos to him.
I used to kind of follow the new IFB just because it was entertainment, especially back in the day. And I remember watching him. Oh, I know. I remember watching him with the pastors. And he just stuck out because he didn't belong. These other guys were like very angry. And while he definitely said a lot of stuff I disagree with, he wasn't like that at all. And so I noticed that back then. And then when he split off from Anderson, and then they all started going after him, because when you split off from Anderson, they all start going after you. When he did that and the way he spoke back, like, yeah, he fired back, but it was just the way he's spoken. So he's a very well-spoken guy, and I do believe, like you said, John, he's a brother in Christ.